Hey everyone, Soundwave84 coming at you with another Transformers War for Cybertron review. In this review, take a look at the Galactic Odyssey collection. This will be the Paradron Medics, which you will open this up and find inside. You have that map once again, and you turn it up and you get your Autobot Ratchet with a Paradron Medic, which is just a repainting of Earthrise Arcee. So we'll do some comparisons with Arcee and her, and then we'll do some comparisons with this, Ironhide. I actually have the Ironhide Prowl set. Got it like a month ago. I haven't reviewed it. I've been lazy, I guess you could say. But we'll take a look and compare that with these as well. And I'll probably review those sometime this upcoming week, just to look at them and everything. But this was an Amazon exclusive here in the United States. So you just getting this plain brown box. This one it's almost like a Generation Selects box and stuff. So we'll just open this up and take a look at the figures. Alright, so inside the box, of course, you get your instructions for them. And then you also get this little card, Earthrise, and you're on the planet Paradron. You flip this over and you got a little bio for everything here. Pacifist planet. Terrain, mostly cities, sector allied. Coordinates, zone 3, district C. Was that a C? No, that's a parenthesis, sorry. 3418. Aspect 1. Known hazards, none. Primary life forms, Paradron Autobots, peaceful colonists from Cybertron, resources, high levels of energon detected, key data, or data, however you want to say it. Inhabitants are refugees from Cybertron, will not engage in combat. Planet accessible through space, vortex. So maybe this is their way of bringing in Sandstorm as well into the mix. I guess not going to be Earthrise, but I don't know where he may come in through Kingdom or something. But that'd be a way to get Sandstorm in. Alright, so here are Ratchet and Lifeline. That's the name they gave her. And like I said, they are just repaints and retoolings of the version we got of Ironhide and Arcee. So we'll bring in Arcee here with her. We'll slide Ratchet out of the way and we'll just focus on Lifeline and Arcee. And yes, my Lifeline she's got some loose hips. Yeah, so it makes her a little unstable, but her big huge feet and kind of hold her up. If you notice on the Arcee, I took off the extra part of the car. I really don't like it. She's going to stay in robot mode because I actually prefer the alt mode of the Thrilling 30 Arcee. I'm going to use that as an alt mode for Arcee. This is going to be my robot mode. I took that off because it's just too much junk in the trunk, and I just don't like it. They come with exactly the same weapon. It's just Lifeline's is more translucent, more clear, whereas Arcee is more like a cloudy looking gun. I kind of wish Arcee got some of the paint apps, or just mainly the lip apps that Lifeline got. She got her lips painted. I wish Arcee got pink painted lips. If I tried, it's going to look like some whore makeup on her, and that's not going to look good. So we're not going to do that. But, overall, looks good. I like the look of the figure. The actual body is sculpted. See, she wants to do the splits on me. She's just loose in the hips, girl. I always wanted to be a cheerleader. Well, at least she stands like that. Okay, we'll just leave it like that. I do like the slim body, the smaller hips than the Thrilling 30 Arcee. I haven't actually reviewed Arcee. I did do a Battle of the Boss comparing her with the Thrilling 30s, which one I like more. I think I ended that one in a draw. So I like aspects of both of them. They're both good in certain ways. I like the slender build of this one, and the actual looks a little more cartoon with the design here. The other one's slightly between Toon and IDW. Only knock on this was like the alt mode, the lack of paint on the lips, and her feet are humongous, but that's to hold her up when she's got that big backpack. So we'll just move Arcee out of the way, just because this is the same figure. She's standing awkwardly. Mine just has these really loose hips. Otherwise, she's got the double jointed knees. You got toes. There are ankle tilts. You can see them. She's got the bicep swivels, good elbow bends. There's no wrist swivels, but you can move them in and out because of that swivel right there. Shoulders go up. You can't 360 around because she's got all this stuff. You just have to like work it, and then you got her elbow back, her shoulder backwards. You gotta move around. So, she does have waist swivels, which you can 360 all the way around, even all that junk ahead. I got no down, no up. You can 360 all the way around, and you got your upper thigh swivels as well right here. So she is very articulate for a figure with a big backpack. Head sculpt is good. I like the little bit of green paint they added here, which is a slightly different shade than this. But my oldest daughter would love this. She loves the color of teal and mint. She loves those kind of colors. So she would probably like this figure. Oh, the color of it anyway, not the figure. She's just, stop being so loose in the hips. There we go. The hollowness you see there on the back legs. If you want to know more hollowness on the figure, you can take a look. She's got a hollow, a little bit of a back right there. That's where this piece here will collapse into it, and it hides part of that. Put her off screen. The big, huge heel spurs hold her up from the big backpack. That's a nice looking figure. Not one I'm never going to transform. She's just going to be in robot mode at all times. So let's take a look at Ratchet. Now moving on to the one we bought this for in the first place, Ratchet. He's a big beefy guy. He's just a nice retooling of the Siege Ratchet mold, which will bring that right on in. There's a lot of different parts. Now the feet are exactly the same. The thighs, the little hip pieces here. I believe the forearms are the same, and the bicep pieces here. Now the shoulders are different. Chest, torso, totally different. Head sculpts are different. Legs are different. The feet are the same. These little side flaps are new. The hands are new. The back is different. It's just the back part of the legs here do seem to be the same. It's just the front part that will be facing you with a little flat piece is different. I believe the inside workings are the same behind it as well. So he is molded wider though, the chest piece on Earthrise Ratchet. Also beware, and I got this guy out of the package. These little tabs go in these little slots here. One was tabbed in, the other one was not. It was up above it, so it came out crooked. So just be wary, be aware when you tab this back together that you line it up. I don't think I got it lined up good. No, I don't. But it's a nice redo. The head sculpts versus here. I like the Siege, and I like the Earthrise one as well. Not sure which one I like more. It's not really focusing good on his face here. There we go. I think I like the Earthrise slightly more. Now Ratchet comes with his gun that you can place in his hand. It's the same gun that Earthrise Ironhide got. And of course it does support blast effects. Choose one of the many things I have laying over here. And you also get this right here, which will become the roof of the van in vehicle mode. Yes, he sort of is a parts former here. This piece here can do multiple things. You can wield it like a gun, which this little piece here is a slider. And these kind of pop out forward. And then they themselves will support blast effects as well. So you can use it like it's a gun. Take his other arm. You just want to keep the arm straight because you want it to be level because it's a long piece. And you would just hold it here at the front like this. And it's like it's a big gun. Or you can take it off, slide these things back in, or leave them out, however you want to do it. And then you can have it here on his arm. And it can be a big, huge shield on him. You can turn it that way. You can do it this way. Whichever you want to do. And also you can go up here on his shoulder if you want it this way so it's not as big towards the ground. What I do with him and Ironhide is I put it on their back. Peg hole here. You just have it here. And if you want to, I do it this way. I slide this down. And that way it sits a little bit higher on his back. I think it fits us a little bit better. So I just store it on his backside instead of having him hold it as a shield or weapon. And I think that's perfectly fine. Gives you like a little handle too where you can hold the figure by that instead of by his hips and legs. Articulation on Ratchet, what you got pretty much with Siege. You got your bicep swivels, elbow bends there. You actually have wrist swivels in this guy. Shoulders go up to here. Got good shoulder movement there. You can 360 all the way around. Head, slide up and down, 360 around. You can 360 his waist. You might have to take off his shield. Yeah, you'll have to remove that because it's going to hit his legs. But you can 360 that all the way around. Hips to there. Whoa, man, that is some Jean-Claude Van Damme stuff. Kick to the front, kick to the back, knee bends, ankle tilts, thigh swivels. Rub it in. Gotta dance it. Alright, so It's got excellent articulation, so you can get some excellent poses of this guys. I mean, it's pretty much the same as with Siege Ratchet. We'll do a few more comparisons here with Lifeline and Ratchet. Here they are next to Earthrise Optimus Prime, who is a Voyager class. Next to Hot House. Next to Earthrise Thundercracker. Next to Studio Series 86 Scourge. He's actually in the episode, I believe, where the Paradron Medic appeared. That's supposed to be the Sandstorm origin episode. I cannot remember the name of the episode at this moment, but that's the one with Ultra Magnus. Talk about how lovely it was. Quit giving the bomb, blow it all up. And next to Netflix, War for Cybertron Bumblebee. Next to Mold Mate Ironhide. You can see all the similarities here. It's actually pretty much the exact same figure. He's got these painted red, but he's got these as well. So it's pretty much the exact same figure in every conceivable way, except they had a light bar here where these two slots are. So you're getting the exact same figure, just they changed up the colors of the plastics and stuff. So even you got the same gun. So here's Lifeline. Now, if you want to see how to do the sled thing, which I don't think I even really showed it off, but it's in my Battle of the Bots. I do show RC with it. You just take this piece off. It comes off. You slide it down and all that. I'm not going to do that. We're just going to transform her to vehicle mode in this, because I think the sled thing, it just looks horrible in my opinion. So first thing we're going to do here is we're going to bring this up and pull this down like this. Come down here to her feet. We're going to fold these feet up like so. Spin her at her thigh swivels to where the back of the feet are now facing you, or the front of her body. This. And then we're going to take her head, turn it 180 around to the back side. And then we're going to move these pieces out here in the back. So we got to take this piece. So you bring this up on the hinge right here. And these pieces here on the side will come out. There's so much clearance problems. I just really don't like this figure. I'm going to bring these down, be the front wheels of the car. There you go. You can see the clear wheels are in there. Come to this piece here on the top. I'm going to bring this to go make the front of the car, which is like a fake chest. Like her chest here would be the front. No, it's just faked out. This is actually going to be the front of the car. Then you come to the back part. You want to swivel this thing up and around. You can say you can turn it now down, and you see the seats in the cockpit here for the actual vehicle. Bring the tire pieces out. You can see the little tabs here. Lock it in. Like that. And there are pieces inside here you will fold out. I am hitting that, and that will catch into that. Fold it out. Catch into that tab. Then we're going to bring that down. You see this big, huge hole. When you're going to collapse this, and there's a hole in her back up here, up there, that you're going to collapse that into. So we need to all about lining that up. So you got her head. So your head, you want to slide her card body up on that swivel, and then you want to line that up, and you're going to push this down, and you're going to end up collapsing that. So we'll just collapse that down into her body. And this is the part I didn't like on the other RC, is because it gets stress marked already, and this is the part I have trouble with. I just don't like this at all. It feels too flimsy, too thin, and like I'm just going to break it. So just work that into the body. After shoving that down inside that hole in her back, it should be a little more flush. Then you just collapse the arms in. Side here. And then you're going to fold her legs up this way at the second knee bend. And then you're going to just tuck them off into the side. I just really think this is a pitiful excuse for a view. I think that's kind of a janky alt mode. See, I've already knocked so much stuff untabbed. I'm disappointed in this one. But that is RC in a nutshell. Remember, she's in a shell, that's for sure. So that's your Lifeline. It's not Arcee, it's Lifeline. Sorry, same mold, different character. Paradron Medic Lifeline in vehicle mode. Honestly, I think the colors look better on this one than they do on Arcee. So at least it's fitting to have this different than the Thrilling 30, because when I use this in vehicle mode, it's going to be different. I just don't like the way her legs are supposed to go on the sides. It's just too much trying to shove into this shell. But it is pretty sleek. I do like that. I mean, it is kind of G1 accurate. It's pretty cool. There's not much room for accessory add-ons here. You do got some little ports there in the back where you can apply some blast effects. Maybe she just took off and she's got some nitrous in there and just set some flames out. Alright, so Transformer Ratchet, first thing I'm going to do is remove his gun and remove his shield, backpack, or that piece wherever you have it. Put it to the side. We'll get to it in a minute. Take the figure. You want to pull this down. Tuck his head inside. Come to the back. Untab that. Pull that down. Grab his arms. Bring them up. Swivel them at the shoulder. Oh, not the bicep, at the shoulder. There's tab, slot. You were going to just line that up, and then we're going to tab it in. We'll come down here to his legs. We want to kind of pull these out of the way, open this up a little bit, and then we're going to spin them around at the waist here, or at the torso, this chest piece. Bring it down and around. Now with these right here, you want to now tab this together. There's a tab there, slot here, so we just want to line that up, tab it in, bring his arms down like this, come to the front of the van, bring the bumper up. You can see where it's going to lock in underneath the headlights. Tab that in. These little pieces here, we want to line them up on the sides, push those in. Right here on the, there's a little tab here, and there's a tab here and a slot here. These tabs are going inside his wrists, and this tab's going to go in that slot right there. So you just want to line that up, and then you want to just push those in and tab that in there. Put that to the side. Come here, you want to take his shield, backpack piece, whatever. Open these windows up. Now there's something you can do. Make sure I also have this slid in. Make sure these are slit inward. You can actually store his gun on the underside of this in vehicle mode if you want to. You see this little peg here. It's a little low one. The little hole here on this gun. You're just going to line that up. Push it in. It holds the gun. And now with this peg hole here, with this peg here, it's going to go right inside this hole. And you see there's these 4 peg holes here, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4 pegs. You're going to line those up, and you're going to push all this inside like that, and you'll bring the windows down on these sides and here. Just make sure it's all form fitted in, and you're just going to fold the front windshield up, and you have now transformed Ratchet into vehicle mode. Now, if you left the gun out, you can always store it on the very top right here, like here with Ironhide. Alright, so here is Ratchet and Lifeline in vehicular mode. We'll look at Lifeline first, just because I don't like this vehicle mode at all. And it looks fine. Now, just looking head up at this, it looks pretty good. I actually like, it's G1 for Arcee and everything. I haven't actually reviewed Arcee proper, Earthrise Arcee. I did do a Battle of the Boss with her, so I do have information about that. So it's in my Battle of the Boss playlist if you want to watch it. It's her versus Thrilling 30 Arcee. Now, it looks fine. I like how they have the molded seats and everything. I just don't like the underside. The actual transformation, it's just a pain in the butt and her folding underneath, and it's just, I don't really care for it. Now, you can take the gun, and it does store right here where the handle goes, and this sits underneath like that. So with it being like a translucent plastic like that, you really don't even notice it's there. But I'm not even sure I even have her totally correct down here. She's just, it's I don't know. I just don't like it. But the actual alt mode itself, from this angles and these upper angles like this, it looks fine. It's just the underside, which you're not really going to see. It's just a pain to get there. I just don't like the transformation. It's not smooth. It doesn't feel intuitive. It's just a lot of, this is here, I got to get it here, is not. And then also, I do have fear of breaking things on this. My Arcee, part of it's already become stressed. Now it's almost like that straight out the package. So that's Lifeline. I mean, it's still a cool vehicle. Next to Ratchet, you can see how it scales. Another deluxe vehicle. I got a Selects hubcap. So you can see by how it scales with, it would be like Cliff Jumper, Bumblebee, and Hubcap. Now a look at Ratchet. It is a nice Earth mode vehicle, ambulance van. It looks pretty good all around. Just head on is beautiful. I like the top, the light blue translucent plastic, which while I like the deep blue on the Siege, I think for the Earth mode, this kind of minty blue is nice. Sea blue, green blue, whatever you want to call it. You do have windows back here that nothing is done on. They could have painted, but I guess it would look awkward because it wouldn't really match this. But hey, you can always say the windows are blocked out because they don't want people seeing the hurt patients inside. Turn to the back. This is where it gets ugly. Instead of doing the hollow feet, if they wanted to keep these same kind of feet, they should have molded something that would have went inside right here just to mimic a rear window, you know, or something, so it's just not so hideous. I know some companies are trying to, or some people are trying to 3D print stuff that will correct this. From the side, you can't see it. It just kind of changes all of a sudden right here and looks kind of weird. But it's just from the back that is very, very ugly. And it's exactly the same feet that's on Siege. You know, Siege, I got some fillers here. I would try them on these. I just can't pop them out, but these are just fillers for the Siege. There's no windows. They still have a lot of little details on them. Like I said, back to the rest of the vehicle. It looks good. I like the white painted headlights. The black paint here is nice. It's got the painted light bar, which just sits in like these tabs here on the edges. That's also on Ironhide Autobot logo. Now you can tab the gun here. There's also that place during transmission where it can store underneath. So this is how you want it. Either way, compare it next to the Ironhide of the same mold and show the gun how you would see it with the gun up top. It'd be like that. But I mean, they're nice updates. I mean, the G1 toy was nothing to really rave about. The vehicle mode was the best thing about it. The robot mode sucked. These are sort of the opposite. The robot modes I actually like. I think they're very good, very posable, very articulate. Now the vehicle modes, they look good all the way around until you get to the ass end of it, and it just drops the ball and just looks horrible. But otherwise, it's a nice vehicle. More comparison here is next to Siege Ratchet. You can see where actually this one is taller because of the shield on top, and it does look to be a bit wider the way the front is molded. It could just be a trick on the eyes. They do have different wheels. They actually use the wheels here on this Ironhide, but it just, now this actually looks more Cybertronian. This does look more Earth mode. Just the back is just what happened. More comparisons with emergency vehicles. Here is Earthrise Prowl that came with Ironhide. So we have the ambulance and a cop car. All we need now is Inferno, who's coming out in Kingdom. Then we have the fire truck, the ambulance, and the police car. Playing my new game here on my channel with reviews. Does it fit in Prime's trailer? And we can always already say, no, it doesn't. But it shouldn't. The ambulance going in there, that shouldn't happen. This isn't Die Hard, where the ambulance comes out of the back of the truck. Now, can Siege Ratchet fit? No! We knew that pretty much. Now, can a Lifeline fit? No. 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 Final thoughts on this set. If you can get a hold of it, get a hold of it. Don't pay exuberant prices, because I think Siege Ratchet, I know it's not an Earth vehicle mode, it's still an excellent figure in the robot mode, and you know, if you don't ever transform it to vehicle mode, you'll never know. It looks good either way. It's just, if you got the Ironhide, you know what you're getting out of the Ratchet. If you got the Ironhide set with Prowl. If you have the Earthrise RC, you know what you're getting in the Paradron Medic Lifeline. It's a good robot mode, I would say. It's just a bad transformation. And that's probably the worst part. Both of them are sort of parts formers in a way. Ratchet definitely is. Lifeline, you don't have to take that piece off. So she's technically not really. She can be a parts former, she can not be a parts former. You don't have to remove it to transform it. So excellent figures. Definitely recommend. Till the next one. Peace out.